Okay, part 284, C3M1b7c8e12c10. Okay, anytime now. Focus. This camera is getting old. I bought it a couple of years ago, but it takes forever to focus. So, I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry. Line 22f1fa19c3m1b7c8e12c10 Hypermeridians Sphere Schlegel Dodecaplex UFO 5G Wow Seti. Here's our alien radio signal. This video is about research keywords, core design, structure ideas for the sphere for a UFO spaceship. December 18, 2012. Today's December 31st. My thoughts. These math equations and designs would be for the UFO. This is a continuation of the previous video. I had to break it up because it was too big. These math equations and designs, trying to catch my breath, would be for the UFO core design, making it levitate in hyperspace inside of the rotating spaceship ideas found in the very first WOW data lines 1 to 22. So the next keyword, last one was Hypersurface. Now we're going to talk about hypermeridians from N-sphere and Hypersurface in the next video. So from the previous video, line 22f1fa19c3m1b7c8e12c9 Hypersurface Sphere Stereographic Projection 5G Wow Seti. So the keyword hypermeridians is from N-sphere and Hypersurface. Isn't that a pretty picture? Cool design, eh? So December 18th, Hypermeridian. This is a rapid prototyping, rendering, and SLS magnets levitation 2010. This is an actual, I don't know what this is. It looks pretty anyways. Hypermeridian projection of S meridians, 24 great circles of S3 forming a regular orthogonal grid in face space of the hypersphere. Excluding the lines are stereographically projected into E3, the Euclidean space. And I found that on the gallery.bridgesmathart.org. Okay. This is the projection involving a four-dimensional object called a Dodecaplex. Images created by Paul Nylander. Plus.mass.org. The keyword is Dodecaplex. The quotes diagrams are from Wiki. The Schlegel diagram, convex regular four polytope. There's the tetrahedron. This came up. This is in the formulas as well. So in geometry, the 120 cell or hecaton whatever, is a convex regular four polytope with Scalaffi symbol. The boundary of the 120 cell is composed of 120 dodecahedral cells with 4 meeting at each vertex. It can be thought of as the four-dimensional analog of the dodecahedron and has been called a dodecaplex, short for dodecahedral complex. Hyperdodecahedron and polydodecahedron, just as a dodecahedron, can be built up as a model with 12 pentagons, 3 around each vertex. The dodecaplex can be built up from 120 dodecahedra with 3 around each edge. The Davis 120 cell, introduced by Davis 1985, is a compact four-dimensional hyperbolic manifold obtained by identifying opposite faces of the 120 cell, whose universal cover gives the regular honeycomb of four-dimensional hyperbolic space. Okay. Summarizing my thoughts. 4 cells meeting at each vertex. This would be the quadrupole magnets that would go here to help cause the airlift to the core of the UFO design. Quotes diagrams from Wiki. Elements. There are 120 cells, 720 pentagonal faces, 1200 edges, and 600 vertices. There are 4 dodecahedra, 6 pentagons, and 4 edges meeting at every vertex. There are 3 dodecahedra and 3 pentagons meeting every edge. The dual polytype of the 120 cell is 600 cell. The vertex figure of the 112 is tetrahedron, and that's another big keyword. Okay, so 2 intertwining rings of the 120 cell. December 18, my thoughts, the superalloys of copper baryons atoms would go where the brown is showing, with the silver part being the inner sphere superalloys listed in the data from lines 15 to 22. Yes, we actually go through every single superalloy that you're going to use to build the ship with, while aiming radio signals, and there's formulas of how to put them together to make a bendable metal that's lightweight. Okay, so quote diagrams from Wiki. Three-dimensional orthogonal projections can be also made with three orthonormal basis vectors and displayed as a 3D model, and then projecting a certain perspective in 3D for a 2D image. The Schlegel diagram. 12 pentagon faces in the plane. Stereographic polytope 120 cell faces. So the keyword is 4-dimensional polytopes and 120 dodecaedral cells in 3 space in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching.